Aloha everybody, welcome. Today I'm making you something extra special, something we just made in our barbecue brawl episode. But above all that, as you can see, we have a very special guest today. I got daddy duties today, and somebody decided she wanted to film with me, so we're gonna do it. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? What's your name?
My name's Grace.
Grace, what's your last name?
Grace Pulani.
Pulani.
Yeah.
All right. Aiona, right on. So Grace is joining me today. This is my Goose, this is my partner, my main rider right here, and we're gonna be making you guys clam chowder. Now in the episode, we did a pipinola and uala, purple sweet potato clam chowder. We couldn't find pipinola today. This is how it happens living on an island. So we're making a different version, an even better, delicious version with ulu, taro, and uala.
We're cooking chowder. Let's get cooking, Dad.
Yes, do it, Goose. Yeah! We have our induction burner, our pot. We're ready to start our clam chowder. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the base. We need to get some fat in here so we can create roux. We can thicken this up. Nothing gives you fat better than bacon. So I have about 5 or 6 strips of bacon here. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, just a touch. Make sure you're not using extra virgin or any olive oil. Make sure you're using like canola, something that sautés nice. And then we're gonna throw in our chopped up bacon. We're gonna cook this on medium low. We're gonna let it render. Now what that means is we're gonna let the fat come out and start coming out so that we can actually use the fat to make our roux. All right, Goosey, so we went to the store today to buy these vegetables, right? What are these?
Onions.
And what are these?
Celery.
What are these?
Carrots.
And what are these?
Sweet potato.
Yeah! All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the onions, and we're gonna saute the onions into this bacon. Pass me the onions, ma'am. Why, thank you.
It's like a game.
It's like a game, yeah, it's like a game. One of the things we wanna do when we are cooking the bacon, before we add the onions, is we wanna make sure it's a little bit crispy and some of those bits stick to the bottom. I know it sounds crazy, but you want those little bits, that's flavor. All those little bits that stick to the bottom, we're gonna be deglazing and bringing all that flavor together. So once our bacon is crispy, our onions are nice and sauteed a little bit here, we are going to add some celery. Celery, ma'am? Why, thank you. This is about 4 stalks of celery and about half an onion, okay? And then we're gonna start sauteing that. Again, this is gonna take time, layers. Putting one vegetable and sauteing for a few minutes. Putting one vegetable and sauteing for a few minutes. It's an easy dish, but you gotta give it some time. While we're doing this, we're actually gonna go ahead and cook our sweet potato. Now these uala, you want to eat it? Okay. These uala purple sweet potatoes are beautiful, delicious, but they stain everything. So I like to cook them separate. So while this is cooking, I'm actually gonna take a pot, I'm gonna fill it up with water, I'm gonna have my beautiful assistant hand it to me. And then we're gonna actually put this in here with cold water, bring it up to a boil and cook it until it's done. And with the power of TV, we're gonna have it just like this. Once it's done and soft, you wanna strain it soft enough where you can just crush it. Yep, why don't you taste one? You wanna eat one?
Nothing.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
It's sweet, it's perfectly cooked, and then we'll finish our chowder with this. We're gonna put this aside. So now, our onions, bacon, and celery have been sauteing for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and start making our roux. What we're gonna do is we have 5 garlic cloves here, minced up. Put that in. Guys, it's really important when you cook garlic, you don't burn it. I have an Italian mom, and if I burn garlic, I gotta pretty much pack up my bags and move. It's just how it goes. I can't ever go back and visit her if I burn garlic. You don't wanna burn it because it makes it bitter and gross. Throw your garlic in there just for a minute, maybe 2, and then we're gonna add our butter. Here I have 2 tablespoons of butter. Oh, I took it without you. Sorry about that. You can pass it to me. Got 2 tablespoons of butter. And what this is gonna do is this is actually gonna melt, and this will also be part of that fat that we're gonna use to make the roux. Spatula?
I can do
You can do it? I'll have you stir it once we put this in, okay?
the carrot.
So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt the butter,
We're gonna melt the
and when
butter.
the butter is fully melted, we'll add our flour.
Now we're gonna flour. This is so much fun.
Okay. So now our butter's melted. The butter's melted, the bacon fat's in there. We have a lot of fat to work with. Now we're gonna add our flour. Here's the key, guys. Whenever you make a roux, what you wanna do is you always wanna do equal parts of flour to fat. Now what that means is I put about 2 tablespoons of butter in here, and there's about half a tablespoon of bacon fat. So we're gonna put 2.5 tablespoons of flour. Makes sense. Once you guys do it a few times, it'll make a lot more sense. But that's how you make a roux. Super, super simple. That looks more like half.
Then another.
But hold on, take a big scoop, big scoop. Take that, just like, yeah. Okay, go ahead. That's 1.5, and one more big scoop. That's really big. That's really big. All right, put that in. 2.5 tablespoons of flour.
Oh, I have to clear this with my hand. So it's this.
Now once the flour's in there, you're gonna stir all this together.
Can I stir that?
I think you're a little too short for the stirring part. Shorty.
We have
And you can actually see this is starting to kind of come together. It's looking kind of, I don't want to say like bread-like, but almost comes together. If you didn't have all the vegetables in here, it would actually come together like a paste.
Yeah.
But we have all these vegetables in here, and it's just kind of coming together. You want to cook it for about 2 minutes, get that flour taste out. The longer you cook it, the more color you get, the deeper the roux gets. Keep that in mind. If you keep on cooking this, you're gonna get what they call like an espagnol, like a dark roux, and that'll turn your whole thing into a different flavor profile. So we don't wanna do that. We just wanna cook it for a few minutes to get rid of that flour taste, and then we're gonna start adding our liquids.
Okay, we have this all mixed. It's all mixed up.
That's clam juice and clams, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So now what we have here is our roux going. It's been going for about a couple of minutes. You guys can see it's beautiful. And now we're gonna add our liquids. You wanna see? Of course you can see, look. What do you think?
Wow. It's so beautiful.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna start adding our liquids, guys. Here's the thing. This is how simple this dish is. At this point, we're making clam chowder, right? If you wanna make corn chowder, don't add the clam juice and clam broth. You can add chicken broth. If you want to make a vegetable, a vegetable chowder that doesn't have bacon, doesn't have anything, that's fine. Instead of using the butter, use olive oil and use vegetable broth. This is where the versatility of this dish comes into play. You can do whatever you want. We want that clam flavor, that clam juice. We're making clam chowder. So what I have here is chopped clams in clam juice. Of course you can. And I have 3 cups of that. What is in here? Clam juice. All right, we're gonna pour all 3 cups of that right into here. All of it. Pour it all in there. All that clam. It's a funky little pour there. Here we go. There you go. Beautiful job. 3 cups of chopped clams and clam juice. Now we're gonna cook that, and we're gonna actually, while we're cooking it, we're gonna be scraping all the little bits. Remember I told you those little bacon bits that are stuck to the bottom? We're gonna be scraping the bottom of the pot and getting all those bits and pieces up. And as it starts to get hot and as it starts to boil, it'll start deglazing on its own. And it'll start getting all those delicious flavors up. All right, so you're gonna start to notice that it's gonna start thickening up. Obviously, we made the roux, we want it to thicken. You're gonna start seeing your clam juice and clam all start getting nice and thick. All those bits are coming up. Once all that comes together and you start seeing it thicken a little, we're gonna add the rest of our liquid, which my handy dandy assistant's gonna do for me.
Yep.
What we have here now is 1 cup of milk. Go ahead and pour that in here. Oh, not on yourself.
Accidents happen.
Sometimes accidents happen, especially with 4-year-old girls, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is that for you this time?
Yeah, this time.
Yeah, what do you think? Maybe I should do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna add a cup of cream. This is just heavy whipping cream. You got it? Okay, pay attention, pay attention. Watch it, watch your cream, watch your cream. Yeah, good job.
Such a pro.
Okay, you're such a pro.
Awesome. I have to wipe this all with my shirt.
Don't wipe it with your shirt. What the heck? Mommy's gonna get so mad. Now while Princess Peach is going ahead and cleaning up all that spilled milk with her shirt, we're gonna just stir this up and let it bring it to a boil. We're gonna start simmering this up and let it start thickening again. That's the key.
Yeah, the next thing we're gonna put is carrots.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have about 2 peeled and minced carrots. Small dice. not too big, about a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. Now this part is actually gonna be where you need to have the inner chef in you come out, because I can't guide every single person on this. This is where you're gonna have to know what veggies take a little longer to cook and when to put them in. Now, normally if the ulu wasn't cooked or my taro wasn't cooked, I would be putting them in with my carrots. However, I know the carrots are gonna take longer to cook. So you put the carrots in first, let them cook a little bit, then we're gonna put in the ulu. Then if we were doing potatoes, we put the potatoes in last. Again, this is all gonna come down to timing, so you wanna make sure you time it with the vegetables that take the longest to cook going in first and going down from there. This company, the Hawaii Ulu Co-op, is amazing, guys. No sponsor, nothing here. I'm just free spin here because these guys are that good. I've been using their product at my restaurants for years. It's amazing, guys. They have already cooked ulu peeled and ready to go. If you guys have ever had the cream ulu, you know how big this is. It's already peeled, ready to go. You can throw this in stews. You can throw this in chowders. You can mash it up and make mash. I made gnocchi out of this, straight just like this. Mash it up and make gnocchi. And they also do taro. Here's some taro that's already cooked. This makes it easy, guys. We're just gonna take this out, chop them up into chunks, and throw it in right when our carrots are done cooking. If you don't have Hawaii Ulu Co-op, like me and Goosey have at our hands and our disposal at all times, then of course, do it from the beginning. Take a raw taro, peel it, cut it, boil it. This just makes it so much easier. Mahalo, Hawaii Ulu Co-op. Our carrots, I'm feeling, our carrots are kind of soft now. They're getting there. They only need a few more minutes to cook. So now we're gonna start wrapping it all up and putting all the rest of the things in here. Again, just like I told you guys, this, the taro's fully cooked, the ulu's fully cooked, and this sweet potato that I made is fully cooked. As long as I don't get it everywhere. For me, guys, this makes it easier. Even if I did have this stuff raw, I would probably boil it on the side and have it cooked like this, just so that you don't have to worry too much about messing with putting things in at a certain time. Again, that's just for convenience. You know, you can do it however you want at home, but for us, we have all of these things already cooked, and it makes it easy for us, right, Goose? Yeah. Why don't you hand me the ulu? Good girl. Gonna put the ulu in here? Ulu. Why don't you hand me the sweet taro? Oh, I tricked you. Okay, good, perfect. You are so smart. Thank you, thank you. What is the word in Hawaiian for taro? Kalo, good job. There you go, guys. Once all your vegetables are cooked and soft, the flavor's there. This is how I like to finish it up, okay? A little bit extra crispy bacon because, come on guys, why not? Bacon makes everything better. A little crispy bacon on top. These are some chives, just some chopped up chives. You wanna go sprinkle some of those on top? No, use your hands. Use your hands. Sprinkle it evenly. There you go, beautiful.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, just do that.
Have you do all?
Not all of them, just enough to have, you know, and we'll keep some on the side so we can eat some later when we have this, when we eat this with mommy, okay?
Okay, can I put some?
Then we're gonna put the sweet potato. This is called uala. Can you say, what is it called in Hawaiian?
Uala.
Yeah.
Can I?
Go ahead and put it on. Go put some pieces on top.
Just for later.
Now, for the best part, that's your spoon. This is my spoon. Now what? What do we get to do?
Try it!
Yeah! Let's do it. All right, go ahead. Watch out, it's hot, okay? All right. Okay, guys, and that's it. Our version of clam chowder. Clam chowder with a Hawaiian twist. Little taro, ulu, and uala in there. Clams, carrots, garlic. This is good. This is good, right? It's tasty. Mommy's gonna love it, right?
Come.
All right, guys. Well, as for me and Goose, thank you guys so much for joining us. What do you say to everybody?
Bye.
Aloha.
Thank you for watching me and my daddy's show.
Aloha.